Alright, excellent stuff. Welcome to the third round of Formula Ford. 15 minutes on the clock for qualifying, and things are looking pretty close for the lead in practice. I'm just going to wait a little bit until we start seeing times flowing up onto the board until I start commenting, because I have no idea what to make of the field. It was very close during practice, and it was... sorry. Train time. But let me just tell you, like, the field has been... everyone was very, very quick during practice, but the thing is most drivers are wildly inconsistent. Like, some drivers in particular, they're going purple in the first sector and the second sector, but they always go like half a second slower in the third sector, and they miss out. It's like, that's a very big factor. We're going for a race win today, and taking that into consideration, no matter how big of a qualifying time you set, it's gonna still be a battle for the lead, no matter what, because if you're inconsistent, it's just going to breed a small ground for overtaking. That's how it goes. Alright, here we go. We've got Photosystiglu out in front, followed by some other cars going on their first flying laps, and Photosystiglu set the benchmark now with a 53.9. with Stowe Circuit setting a lap time of 54.0. Here we cut out a further 10th behind, and yeah, we're just getting a lot of an influx of lap times right now. Jonathan Marino in third place, overtaking Hiri Kratocville, with Andy Darnell second behind with 5th place. Rhino Berger in P6 and Hiri Holland in P7. Martin Carney is in 8th place, and Lucas Wallering 9th. P10 goes to Timo Reiter, as he has not set a lap time yet, but as soon as he sets a lap time, which he will very, very soon with 12 minutes to go, we'll see his time in the pecking order. And Rhino Berger's gonna go second fastest. A lot of drivers have a very good run at winning here. Like, they're hardly a 10th apart, aren't they? But that's Lucas Wallering going very quick there with a 53.289. We saw 53.3s during practice. People are going to have to pull some tricks out of their hat in order to match that pole time, staggering pole time. No sign of William McCone yet, the championship leader. But if your man McCone doesn't turn up, he's got that's going to be very big for the championship for Lucas Wallering. If he survives all the rounds and keeps his pace, he's gonna re-overtake him in the championship standings. That's at the top of the standings for the 4th round. So fingers crossed McCone makes it, because Photosystiglu seems to be the only man who can get remotely close to him right now at lap time 53.313. It's the second fastest time behind Lucas Wallering's 153.151. 10.5 minutes to go, and Vicari has set his first lap times of the day, sitting atop in 3rd, with Andy Darnell now in 4th. Rhino Berger is in 5th, and Sotiris Margaritis is in 6th position. Newcomer Jonathan Marino is in 8th position, followed by Martin Carney in 9th, and Hiri Holland in 10th. Timo Reiter has managed to set his lap time in 11th place, and he's on a personal best right now, so that's going to change. 3 seconds off the pace, but that is going to get much quicker. With 10 minutes to go, ladies and gents. And that is Timo Reiter up into 8th place. Commentary will be back in a minute. I'll check in with you guys with 5 minutes to go. Alright, sorry for the setback, I'm back now with 8 minutes to go. And Felice Vicari has overtaken Lucas Wallering for first pole position. And then Lucas Wallering is in second, of course. Then Fotis Isoglu third, and Rhino Berger in fourth now. Big improvement. And then he's in fourth place on the second row. Set up for a nice start there if he keeps Hiri Ketatchville behind in fifth place, and Andy Darnell in sixth on the third row. The fourth row will be with Timo Reiter and Jonathan Marino. Wallering almost did it there. Well, he has done it. He's taken it again. Pole position to Lucas Wallering right now. Or, never mind. My tool is glitching again. So Vicari and Lucas Wallering are jostling for the lead right now. This is the battle for the first grid spot to get the best run into turn 1 for the race for the first heat. And then all the other grid positions for the remaining heats will be determined by a reverse grid, top 10. Or top 8. Top 10, I think. So in the championship standings right now, Felice Vicari is in second place. And I'd imagine Lucas Wallering is going to want to get that points deficit back up if he wants a shot at the championship. The pace is there, but he was wrecked. Oh, sorry. Whenever I speak, there's a train going past. How about that? But anyway, my point is, Lucas Wallering's going to need to catch a serious break if he wants to get back into the championship there. And for those in the commentary chat, just remember to keep your microphones muted at all times. That's Will. Hey there. We'll hear from him. He managed to make it in for 3.5 minutes left of quali. And that is a sub 53 time. That's a 52.875 from Lucas Wallering there. Good enough for Paul there. One comfortably ahead of Felice Vicari there. Wonder what Sir William McCone's answer will be. Once he sets lap time, he's going to be near the front, I'd imagine. He's just leading the championship right now with 123 points. He's got 4 wins under his belt and 2 second places out of the 6 races he's had so far. He's had an excellent run, so he'll be hoping to continue that run now, going into Stowe Circuit for this next trio of races this evening. One minute 45 to go, and here at Crutchfields is on a green lap. 1/10 off, but his green nonetheless in the 14. It's the second green sector for here at Crutchfield. He's going to likely improve from P7. We'll see him shoot up the grid. .53.5. It's good enough for 4th place, knocking Andy Darnell down to 5th, and now here at Crutchfield starts on the 2nd row, next to Fotis Issiglu there. Andy and Rhino are now on the 3rd row, but they've got a good opportunity there if we can get the jump on everyone else. So anyway, that's going to be your qualifying session for the minute now. Lucas Wallering will start on pole in an effort to try get his make up a few points out of the championship while he still can. He's got the pace, but he's wrecked a few times. He needs to catch a serious break, as I said. And Vicari is next in line to McCone as 2nd place in the championship. He's in 2nd, lining up next to him on the front row. Fotis Issiglu and Thierry Crutchfield are on the 2nd row, ready to clean up any mistakes they make on the racing start. So this is going to be pretty exciting now. Most of the midfield are places either 3rd or 4th through 8th are within half a second of each other, which is something something you love to see. It means it's going to be super competitive. Lots of action, hopefully no carnage this time. That was a very big problem during the last round. We're going to aim to do a little bit better this time. 5 minutes of warm-up. It's going to be a prime time of your life to so I need to listen to more Daft Punk. I've been listening too much recently. But the bottom line is you want to try get some race starts in now. Practice that and you'll get a good start ahead of the rest of the pack. This is vital. So 3.5 minutes to go there. William McCohen has given me a little bit of information about himself that he'd like to share earlier this week. So, like, if you want to learn about the championship now, you can tune in for the next 3 minutes. So he's originally from Belfast and now he lives in Kent. He eventually got married. He's had 2 kids. He's around 48 years old. He's worked around in and around cars for 25 years. He's very experienced. He's got that realist mindset of a mechanic there. He's always enjoyed racing, and it all starts with a PlayStation, Gran Turismo, and a controller. He's got his first Logitech wheel around 6 years ago, and it all went a bit silly after that. Financially, of course. His preferred sim is Race Room, and that is why he's here today in our lovely community. So right now he's got a SemiCube SC2 Pro, very strong wheel, and Asher's F28 V2 and Hoskenfeld's Sprints combined they're all built into a SimLab P1 rig. So that's the business there. Very high-end stuff there, cost you a lot of money. You can tell how much he loves the sport. So anyway, that's the scoop on your championship leader right now, William McCohen. Let's see him. See what I think he only got a P8 in qualifying, I believe. So that race start's going to be crucial for William. 1.5 minutes to go, and I'd seriously look into practicing the standing start if I were you, because that can lose or gain positions, and definitely, you absolutely don't want to go too wide into that first chicane. That is where death is going to happen. So please be sensible, no heroics please, and have a good race all. And it was not, just quoting what I said earlier, it's not top 8, it's not top 10, but a top 5 reverse grid. I got that wrong twice. Thank you, Andy, for clarifying that for me. Much appreciated. I have a habit of that. I'm going to start writing some of this down. Maybe a Word document or a whiteboard next to me. Train time. Alright, 20 seconds to go. Very sorry. Of warm-up, and we'll be lining up on the grid for the first races of this evening. A grid of 14 cars, 7 rows. 7 rows of wonderful Formula Junior action. And hopefully no contact, otherwise... Yeah, there's going to be a lot of carnage here. Like, there's going to be... I'm going to call it now. Place your bets. I'll race you to 20 that towards the back there, people are going to go too wide, and there's going to be a collision in the first chicane there in turn 1. Raise you $20. Want to call this or fall it? Up to you. I'm joking, by the way. There's nowhere to actually pay me. Alright, all the drivers are on the grid now. They're going to be looking for those lights at the start. Fotozisiglu on the second row. Lucas Wallering is on the first, wanting to make up points for the championship lead. It's Stowe Circuit, round 1, and it's going to be go, go, go for Lucas Wallering. Wallering takes the lead, followed by Fotozisiglu in second place. Takes it away from Vicari there. A little bit of contact there from Fotozisiglu. Lucas Wallering is back in the lead, and that's Vicari back in third. But Andy Darnell is going to be challenging on the outside for 4th, maybe 3rd now. Kiri Touchfield's in 5th. McCone's up to 7th now, going down into the hairpin in sector 2. 28 of Lucas Wallering is still out in front. Vicari 2nd, Andy Darnell 3rd. Fotozisiglu is in 4th with Kiri Touchfield in 5th place. Sotiris didn't gain any positions there. He lost one actually from 5th. He's down to 6th now. And William McCone's again one up in 7th. Very good race start, very clean. By our standards, of course. Now, Stowe Circuit, it's a tiny track. It's a tiny, tiny track. Located, it's the subsidiary of Silverstone. Like, it's a tiny track, there's not much corners in it. But it's going to be very, very hard to stay consistent because there's not as many rooms for error as there is on other tracks because it's so short. So any tenth you lose in any of those sectors really does count, because like you can't just gain the back of the next sector, because like a sector like the lap time here is how long you'd get through the first sector in like Spa or something. It's a very short track, so there's no room for error here. But Lucas Wallering is cutting very, very well. He's already pulled out a second on Felice Vicari in second place in the championship. He's looking to overtake him in the standings, make up good points. And Andy Darnell's holding back here to Touchfield in 4th. And McCone is back up into 5th. He's making up very good moves here. Very good race from William McCone. He's up 3 positions from his starting procedure, and if he finishes the race as he is now, he's going to be starting on pole for race 2. So that's something you might want to think about if he wants to go high or stay safe and start in front for race 2. He's the championship leader. He can play this however he wants. But Felice Vicari and Lucas Wallering up in front have to go guns blazing in order that if they want to go to the championship. Vicari is getting very close there. Looks on the inside maybe. Lucas was prepared for him. He went wide, and maybe he went too wide there. He's lost time to Lucas Wallering. Lucas has lost a little bit of time to Felice Vicari, but now he's side by side. Vicari on the inside, stuffs back behind him, Lucas Wallering, and that is Wallering out in front once again. That is not the last we'll ever see of Felice Vicari this race, with 6.5 minutes to go. Half a second separate the top 2, and Andy Darnell is doing very well to keep Kiri Touchfield at bay. Looks like a good podium chance for him now. Now Will McCone has to get past Heary if he wants to try and get some kind of good points out of this. He can't start slacking now. If he falls asleep now, he's going to lose his lead in the championship, and that is not good. That's William McCone on the inside there, going on to the back stretch there. maybe looking on the inside there. Bit hopeful. That is not going to work. It's not going to be very good. Not alongside enough for a pass. And have a look at Rhino Berger there in 7th. He's going to be trying to get. He's trying to get past Jonathan Marino. Marino's got in a great start. He's overtaken 3 cars during that race start in that red shell car. And Rhino Berger wants to get up into 6th now. Rhino's got pace. He just needs to get past Marino now. McCone in 5th, back in 5th now. Vicari just cannot break that half a second gap. He's not fast enough to get through that first place by default, but it's keeping Lucas Wallering on his toes, certainly. He's doing low 53s for a leading lap time. That's the pace. An average of 153.2, and he's still after done a fastest lap of 153.177. That's the fastest lap so far from the race leader. And laps like that are instrumental if he wants to open up the gap to Vicari now. Third, fourth, fifth is starting to open up a little bit of a gap. It's still a train, still a little bit enough to try and get a little bit of slipstream out of it. William McCone's starting to fall back there. He needs to start getting his act together. He's going to lose the slipstream there. Here he almost went for the inside there. It's almost catastrophic. You do not want to, absolutely don't want to start a collision down in the 3rd sector. It's easy to, but you have to be careful not to be too optimistic there. Into the first chicane. Lots of time to be gained there. William McCone managed to get the move done for P4, and that's Thierry Ketachville on P5 now as a result, 1 position down. McCone's gone on an absolutely very good charge, up 4 positions from 8th place up into 4th now. Felice Vicari side by side with Lucas Wallering there. He's gone very close there. He's making a move happen. There's going to be slipstream going into the first chicane. Vicari's gone faster through there. He's carried more speed. Wallering's going to keep on the racing line. The question is whether or not he can get the better exit and go for the slipstreaming move on the inside on the backstretch. Meanwhile, here Ketachville is getting a very good run on the backstretch there for William McCone. Of course, he wants that position back where he started. Maybe down the inside, maybe. Side by side there for a little bit. They're hardly tenths apart going into the final sector onto the start-finish straight, but meanwhile, there's Felice Vicari in 2nd, overtaking a lap car. Here was very close there. Now, given a gap of half a second, he needs to get, and that's the car off. Going onto the start-finish straight and onto the first chicane. Just beware. Someone has spun, I don't know who. Anyway, here he's remaining on the chase there. And then also, we can just see there in the background, Rhino Berger managed to get past Thierry Holland. He's up into P6 right now, and Thierry Ketachville is next on his list. He's over a second back, but he's making time, good time on it. The question is whether or not he'll be able to make it. This is going to be one of the last laps, so either the second last lap or the last lap of the race. With 40 seconds to go, gone down into the hairpin, sector 1. Here is dropping back, and McCone is just 5/10 off of Andy Darnell. McCone down the inside, baby. What a move from William McCone, championship leader up into third, going on from a storming performance from 8th place now up into third. Well done. Awesome. And now this is going to be the last lap. Number 9, car number 9, Luis Burton Dominguez, the Spaniard in 12th place, a lap down, has spun off into the gravel trap. But that doesn't concern our 3, 4, 5 positions here. Still anyone's game. Andy Darnell needs to stay on his toes now with the last lap. Here Phil's got a good run there. He doesn't decide to do anything. With 1 lap to spare, that was a very good move from William McCone. From 4th up into 3rd, overtaking the number 5 Breitling car of Andy Darnell, fellow countryman. With 1 lap to spare, William McCone comes home in 3rd place to extend his championship lead. Lucas Wallering wins the race, and Felice Vicari is in 2nd place, catching right up to William McCone's gargantuan lead in the championship. Damn that train, I was on a roll. Well, that was an excellent heat with a fair amount of moves there. There's going to be a 2nd and a 3rd heat, so don't go anywhere. We're about to get a lot more action now soon. Followed by a 5-minute break for the drivers to converse, and maybe we'll tell you a little bit of what's going on. If anyone speaks in the Discord, I'll just relay what's happening to you. But actually, in the end, Vicari got the fastest lap, 52.9. Never realised that. But Wallering, he wasn't anywhere near consistent enough to get past Wallering there. He wins. He's won. Very good performance from Rhino Berger. He's been up 1 position. Then Thierry Holland behind him has gone very, very quick. He's gone 4 positions up. And now during the next race start, maybe he can pick up a few more. Maybe look at a very good midfield position. Maybe against Rhino Berger and Thierry Ketachville, maybe. One of his first events, but certainly not the last we'll see of him today. So I was just looking at the Discord there. Apparently Rhino couldn't find a gear at the start. He was stranded on the grid there. But yeah, he's recovered very well. He managed to get a position out of it. And that's a very good performance from Rhino. So these very good win points are exactly what Lucas Wellering needs to get back into the championship fight. And Will's doing enough to get enough points to stay in the lead. But Ferrari is making solid progress on that championship in second place. He's taken Lucas Wellering's place, but it's just wildly inconsistent. But we'll see whether or not he'll be able to pull something out of his hat for the next two heats, and we'll see how the championship gets played out. 3 minutes left of warm-up. But yeah, that's something I never caught there. Apparently, Sotiris Margaritis retired. His first ever mechanical DNF from PHSR, even after all those endurance races. The only reason he was ever booted out of it was ping. Yes, his incident was unavoidable. He's just gotten... Yeah, I think my bet before the race was true. In the way that someone just happened to collide with Sotiris Margaritis. But he's going to be coming back strong now into the second heat. Very shortly, we're going to see some little bit more action, and that is Sotiris Margaritis is mounting a wall on the pits there, as we can see. Yeah, you missed the pit marker, man. You have to go right a bit. His nose cone is missing there. You can see the suspension there. Anyway, formation lap, and there's going to be cars on the grid very soon. 10 more minutes of Formula Ford is now underway. Gonna be. Now Yuri Kotochville, Andy Darnell are on the front row, Willie McCunn's on the second row, Richard Ricard beside him, and Lucas Wellering's in fifth on the third row, Rhino Berger starting beside him. That's the grid right now, and we will be going green now for the second time in Stowe Circuit. Andy Darnell down on the outside. Yuri Kotochville gets in front, Willie McCunn's in third now, and that's Rhino Berger got spun out there by someone. That's the 5 car of Andy Darnell down to the front, and that is carnage going into the first chicane, hairpin. Lots of cars were around. Lots of positions to be gained. Marino's gained 4, Fotozisklu's gotten 2, Carney's gotten 3. Beauty Holland and Dave Ziska are the main people who have gotten affected there. Lots of cars were affected. People are backed up there, but not towards the front. William McCunn, in particular, holding off Lucia Vicari there in 4th position. He wants to keep third. Huey Kutashvili is in 2nd, and Andy Darnell is in 1st now. Getting a bit of a gap on his countryman and the rest of the championship contenders. Lap 2, and Vicari is not letting up whatsoever. Down the inside, maybe. That is very, very, almost very, very catastrophic there. Very. Oh my god, that was a shameful ramming attempt. Like, you ever see that video from Super GT? Wow, that was honestly. That was carnage back there, the first sector there. Lucas Wallering is after drowning. William McCunn. All the carnage is coming out now to play. Rhino's down in 11th. He's lost 5 positions there during that third one. Kerfuffle. But now that means Marino, Jonathan Marino, the Spaniard, the friendly person here, he's in 5th place, followed by William McCunn there. He's just right in front of him. He's going to cut his teeth on the series, and he's going to do just that by following along with the championship leader. Lucas Wallering in 3rd place, Huey Kutashvili in 2nd, and Andy Darnell in 1st position there. If things remain this way, he's going to possibly overtake Vicari for 2nd place in the championship, possibly. 7.5 minutes to go. Huey Holland in 10th, defending from Rhino Berger. No, it's not. Huey Holland's fighting for 9th from Sotiris Moraitis. Behind Marino now is Fotozisklu. He wants 5th place back. Gonna try it down the inside, not enough momentum. He's gonna lose out to the car behind. The car is behind him. He's lost out very much. He's gonna try and go around the inside maybe. Pulls out. 3-car train going through the first chicane there. Down to the hairpin. Photos on the inside. Defends from Lucia Vicari. I still don't believe what Vicari pulled off there. Like, that was a shameful ramming attempt if I've ever seen one. He should be parked for that. Vicari maybe on the inside, tries it. Fotis has the inside on the next corner. Fotis stays ahead for now. Vicari is just a 10th behind. Lucas is catching it back up to Huey Kutashvili. Maybe for 2nd place, maybe. Getting very close, and that's Lucas Wallering up into 2nd place. Overtaking at the hairpin, but that might be Huey Kutashvili's opportunity to carry the speed, maybe for a bit of a slipstreaming move. Does not happen. It's going to be Huey Kutashvili in 3rd place, and that's the next car William McCunn has to worry about to keep his podium chances this race alive. With 5.5 minutes to go. It makes you wonder, just Will might have damage on him, I think, because Lucas hit him there. I'm not sure that would have hit the suspension, that hit the gearbox. Something to interview him about later on. That was almost it for Huey Kutashvili. Here he isn't going to be dropping back as much. He's been trying to get past and get back into the 2nd for the best part of a lap now. Tried and failed. Remains half a second behind Lucas Wallering. He just needs an opening, and he can capitalise. 4.5 minutes to go, and Tosa Sissiglu is chasing down Jonathan Marino now for 5th place still. Felice Vicari's dropped back 7 tenths. What's after happening with... I think something happened to Fotis Isoglu. I think might have been an incident with Felice Vicari. I didn't see that quite fully on my instance of the stream. But something happened to Fotis Isoglu. Staying out of the way there of Marshall Carney. He's now P12. Something's happened. He's missing his nose cone. And possibly suspension damage as well. Felice Vicari is now... One thing standing between himself and 5th place is now Marino. Takes the wide line. It's getting a little bit closer, but that's only the slipstream. It's not going to be enough for a move. It's half a second behind now. Jonathan Marino out in front. I have no idea with Felice now. He's such a loose cannon. He's a championship contender one moment, like ramming attempts the next. Like his inconsistency on the track and as a driving style. Yeah, keep it, Mr. Din. Like that's a. If I had to, I have to start doing something called the Mr. Excitement Award, where I'll nominate a driver to be the most exciting driver of the day, or like most interesting to watch, or entertaining to watch. I think they had something like that, like they gave that as a nickname in NASCAR, Mr. Excitement. That was Jimmy Spencer in the 90s or the 2000s, I believe. But honestly, like, such a loose cannon, Felice Vicari, he's doing stuff on track that seems out of the question to other drivers. It seems crazy to no one else, everyone else but him. That's something I missed. Wallering's in the lead now, followed by Andy Darnell, half a second back. By lap 10, well, Lucas Wallering is on course for his second win of the evening, with William McCone in 4th place. Dropping back a little bit, Huey Contacheville. Unless Huey or Andy crashes out there, I don't see him posing a real threat for a podium, contesting for the podium there this time. But this is going to be huge for William, actually. He's going to be starting on the first row now. He's going to be starting alongside Marino now, because Jonathan has gone all the way back up. He's started from 10th place. He's now gone into 5th, and William McCone's in 4th. There's a top 5 reverse grid, so that means Jonathan Marino, as of now, will be on pole position, followed by William McCone on the first row. Huey Contacheville and Andy Darnell on the second, and Lucas Wallering on the third. Contacheville gets past Andy Darnell, and that's Andy Darnell off the track, I believe. That's William McCone through as well. McCone's on the second row now. Something happened to Andy there. I wasn't paying attention to the screen there. I was looking at the championship stand. I was looking at the leaderboards there. But now it's going to be one more lap. One more lap for William McCone to try contest for second place at the last second. At Andy Darnell getting a absolute banger of a hairpin exit there. On the outside maybe of William McCone. Will McCone's ahead, but Andy's got the inside of the next corner maybe. Doesn't get through, he doesn't stick his nose in there. He doesn't stick his nose where he doesn't belong, and he keeps his nose clean. And that's William McCone gone through for a second consecutive podium finish, third place, and that is Thierry Cottage-Ville, good enough for second place on this occasion. Lucas Wallering keeping the gravy train going for first place. Maybe Hughie Holland can make a little bit of a precision change here with Sotiris Margaritis as a drag race to the line. Sotiris gets him at the line. And look at that Deutsche Post car. That's the Rhino Berger. He's gone. His suspension has gone sideways. Definitely someone booted him out of the way during the race start there. We have to do justice now for the man who wronged Rhino Berger. That is unacceptable. Well, there will be stewards now going into the we'll be penalising those who ram and break the rules and whatsoever. But Lucas Wallering, race winner and fastest lap holder, with the fastest lap being a 52.837, is the only guy to ever break into the 52s this session, and he's gone the fastest lap out of the two sessions that we've had so far, out of both heats. The previous fastest lap was 4:52.9, I think, from Vicari. And he's gone one step further and gone to 52.8. So Lucas Wallering is definitely very consistent. Very hard a track that's very hard, very easy to drive, but very hard to master and stay consistent at. He's shown his expertise there for the car combo. Well, now we've got a 5-minute break, and I'll let you know anything that happens in the Discord. A lot of murdering happened towards the start of the match there. So yeah, that's just another thing that I'd love to hear from people, or from interviews whenever I do them at the end there. So to reiterate, Lucas Wallering continues the gravy train. Second win of the row and that is Thierry confessing that he had a collision with a back marker during that second race. Don't know who yet, but everyone was mingling with everyone there during that race start. Everyone, like someone went slowly back into the sector 1 hairpin, and that just backed up everyone into each other. There's something that disgusts me from Vicari there, honestly, I might have to clip that and put it as a YouTube short. That might be entertaining, but if you just Vicari was let's just say he was very ambitious at a certain part of the track and nearly killed 2 drivers as a result. So yeah, so I hope he learned from his mistake. It's 20. And then on lap 2 or lap 3, William McCone got a little bit of suspension damage there. That's why he couldn't he couldn't contest more for the podium spots. But he managed to get us with 2 sectors to spare. Third place. His second consecutive third place. The think that's really changed the top three is well, like Yuri Kotatchville being, I believe, I don't know. Oh, Rhino made a driver error. I didn't believe that. Like that's very noble. He's owning up. It's the first step to getting better at this discipline, is to understand where you're going wrong and own up when you screwed up. And that's always the first step to improving, is being honest with yourself and not inflating an ego out of yourself. But yeah, that was a very peculiar accident from Andy Darnell back towards the end of the race there. Not sure what quite happened with them, but it allowed Yuri Kotatchville and William McCone to go past. I just heard from Andy, it was because of slowdown penalties. I've driven this track a little bit myself on the sim there, and I have to say, like, the track limits here are absolutely brutal. Like, of course you have to, like, in the first chicane, turn 1, like, in particular, you have to get on to, you have to attempt to, you have to use all the track, you have to dip your front wheels through the, you have to dip your front, your left side wheels. It starts from the left, goes into the right. So you're dipping your right hand side wheels into the white line, but you can't go past that, otherwise that's going and breaking the track limits. But problem is, you have to go off that line and go and dip your left hand side wheels into that chicane next, and that is two very common points of error for drivers, because of course you don't want that's a make or break point for the lap. Like, it's of course, like, it's almost flat out in most cars, and like, you're trying to carry as much speed as you can through there, and you're not always going to be able to well, you're not always going to be able to stay in track limit when the chips are down and the pressure's on. So Andy had over a second of penalties, and here he had 1.17 seconds of slowdown penalties. So now, drivers are lining up for the third and final round. So it's Andy on the first row, alongside one of the Shell cars, and then that's McCone on the second. McCone and Yuri Kotatchville on the second row. That's Felicia Vicari on the first row. Managed to bag 5th place at the last minute. Better watch out, because Lucas Wallering is back in 5th place, and he's one of keeping that gravy train rolling. The final round at Stowe Circuit is underway, and Andy Darnell gets past Felicia Vicari, with William McCone and Lucas Wallering battling it out for 3rd and 4th. Wallering is back up to 4th immediately there. McCone taking a slightly wide line, he's almost pretty squarely there, going out onto the back stretch. Vicari 2nd, following Andy Darnell in 1st, William McCone's in 3rd, and Lucas Wallering 4th. Marino gained a further position back in 5th, and Yuri Kotatchville's lost 2 positions down in 6th. Yuri Kotatchville's gone and lost a little bit of positions there. The car's getting very close to Andy there. He's been having history, not a very great track record for keeping it clean. Let's hope he doesn't do anything very brash to Andy Darnell now. Going to the start-finish chicane, and down into the airpin. Gets very close, it's within a tenth of him. Two very different lines, but more or less the same speed, or is it? It's William McCone starting to gain now, a little bit down the start-finish straight as he gets the slipstream. Gains a little bit under braking. He's got the pace on Felice Vicari. And this is to keep it together for enough laps to make some lap time out of it, or force Felice Vicari into a mistake. Behind McCone's Lucas Wallering now, one of his championship rivals, is 3/10 back and he's very quick on Stowe Circuit this time round. 8 minutes to go and Felice Vicari is chasing down Andy Darnell for the lead on lap 3. Chicane, and Andy Darnell goes through, cuts the chicane very much into the hairpin. He's, not to mention, he's starting to feel the pressure now coming on. He's gotten a stop-go penalty. He's after getting the position back to Felice Vicari. Vicari is in the lead. And now he's going to have to defend from William McCone there. Second place, so it's now belonging to Andy Darnell, with William McCone in third, Lucas Wallering fourth, and Ferry Coutacheville back in fifth. Coutacheville went wide, and now Baston Marino back in fifth, side by side. Too wide going into the second chicane. The first chicane. There's only one chicane here. Marino's gone ahead and cut the chicane entirely. There's going to be a slow down penalty. Hits Henry Coutacheville down into the hairpin corner. Massive oversight, and that's Henry Coutacheville. She's got engine damage. He has engine damage. No, now engine suspension. Can hardly keep the thing in a straight line. Look at him. And there he goes off. Oh my god, who was that? Jonathan Marino. He was doing so well, but he had to knock it all in. Come on now, cut it out. We're not Max Verstappen. And then there's Heary retiring from the race. Absolutely disgraceful. There should be a race ban for this. If I had my way, there would be a race ban on Marino for that one. Lucas Wallering fighting McCone for third place. Through the third sector, Lucas might have an opening. Lucas gets covered off by William McCone. This is very close racing. Lucas is very, very quick, and so is William McCone. Can he keep him behind for 5 more minutes? First chicane, then hairpin. Tries a wide line around the inside. Lucas Wallering gets the speed, carries it through. He's going to try to get the move down on the inside now, going to the back straight away. McCone was on the wrong line. He's getting it overtaken by Lucas Wallering going into third place. Wallering slows down. McCone is still holding on to it. Very good defending from William McCone. Lucas is having a very tough time getting past the countryman. And he has to serve a stop-go penalty, slow down penalty. He's slowed right down, back into fourth place. Lucas Wallering is now in third, and McCone's now gone up to second. Stakes have increased for both drivers. And that's Vicari. You can barely see him down there, 4 seconds ahead in the lead. McCone down the inside. Retains second place. Wallering is around in third position. He has gone around and spun on the racetrack. There will be no win for the German, and he has lost to position after position after position, down into P8. The race is ruined for the number 28. Twenty and a half minutes to go, and Sotiris Margaritas is going to be desperate to make something out of this. He's gained a position already, with not as much as statistically ahead of him. He's went ahead and gained 9 positions statistically from the back of the grid. He was wrecked out of the last one, and now he wants to continue, getting good points into 5th place, and that's Sotiris Margaritas half a second behind him. He thinks he can get past him. Let's see it happen. Rhino Berger for the Deutsche Post car, 7th place. He's getting hounded by Lucas Wallering. A little bit of a cloud dust. The Etihad car photostatistically went off a little bit, kicking up a little bit of dust. On the outside, that's contact. But Lucas Wallering is a bit enthusiastic there, going onto the outside of the corner. That is totally dashed Lucas Wallering's chance of scoring any decent points. Rhino Berger didn't look like he did anything wrong there, he was just getting hounded. I understand that you want to get past cars like as quick as you can, but you have to do it safely, and that's what happens when you don't. Look at Dave Ziska going into P4. He's gained a lot of positions, 5 to be precise. He's gone from P9. Remarkable performance from Dave Ziska this time round. He couldn't make it to the last one, and now he's making up for it. Chance of a podium here if he can catch it back up to Andy Darnell, 2 seconds ahead of him. I have no doubt in his ability. Let's see it happen. Car spinning off the track down to the first sector. I can't believe. I don't know who that was. Rhino Berger's around again, and the Deutsche Post, that is 2 positions gone, 3 gone, 4. Yikes. Really isn't any room for error now. There's only 60 seconds remaining of this race, and Felice Vicari has run away from the field. He's gone unchallenged because the people behind him have gotten slowdown penalties, and Vicari has managed to keep it on the track. He's wildly inconsistent, but when he's good, he's good. When he isn't good, he really isn't good. But this time, he's good. And he's going to be on track to win the 3rd heat at Stowe. Ten seconds to go. Might continue to lap 11 here. No, lap 12, I believe. This is going to be the last lap of the race. Felice Vicari managed to get back and get to start another lap in time before the timer reached 0. There will be one more lap. Jonathan Marino getting slightly pushed off the track there by the car ahead, Healy Holland. And Marino keeps cutting that chicane at the start. I'd be very scared if I was racing against him. Here Holland's off. It's the hairpin there. Gone very, very close to hitting someone, but didn't. A pair of GoPro cars are battling out for P5. Dave Ziska versus Sotiris Margaritas. It's going to be down to the last corner. Drag race to the line, side by side. Sotiris Margaritas gets past Dave Ziska at the line. Lucas Wallering trying to make a comeback. beside Jonathan Marino. Maybe gets him at the start finish straight. P8 for Lucas Wallerin. Not bad. Not bad at all. Felice Vicari gets his first race win of the season, and with William McCone in second place and Andy Darnell in third, that's still going to be good points for the current top three in the championship. Lucas Wallering made good progress with 2 wins today, but because he crashed here, because of that one spin, that could have cost him the championship for now. It just comes to prove, if you leave Vicari alone, if you don't put him under pressure, he's actually a very good driver. He managed to pull out a gap of 6.5 seconds in the end, with the fastest lap of 53 dead, but yeah, put him under pressure and he turns into an absolute killing machine. Look at him. I encourage you to look at the stream, rewind back to the second heat, look at midway through. Yeah, that certified heat-seeking missile moment from Vicari in the second heat, but yeah, this is going to be the perfect time to do some post-race interviews. So I'm going to send out a message, and people will join, and we'll hear from them all. This is a very exciting race, very, very good compared to the last round. You'd be crazy not to stick around for the next one. I'll see you in a second, because I'll be back in a second for the commentary. No, not the. This has always been the commentary. We'll be back in a second for post-race interviews, so don't go anywhere. So we have a few drivers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers, and of the 14 that attended, and we've got a lot of front runners here that had very exciting races. That's a 6th driver now, and I believe not sure if Satiris, the ultra rare Satiris Moraitis interview is going to happen today, but I mean, he hasn't posted that Simpsons GIF yet in Discord, so I think we might get one out of him. It was very, very entertaining watching that last lap move. Very, very good against Dave Ziska. So, yeah, let's get started, eh? Yeah. Alright, so, Andy Darnell, would you like to say your piece? Let's kick it off.
Hello, good evening. Wonderful commentary.
Thanks, man. I think it's my best one yet.
Very good. Yeah, it was 3 very good races. I thought after the last race, my mission is just to stay out of trouble. So if it means letting the faster guys go, then that's what I'll do. But yeah, incident free, which is very nice for me. I'm sure a few other people had a few incidents, but I guess that's racing. But I think overall it was probably better than the last round.
Alright, yeah, that's certainly a lot better than the last round. That is very correct. The last round was a demolition derby.
Yeah, most of my problems were slow down penalties where that first chicane, you don't get the braking quite right, you cut a corner and you get like a second penalty, so it's quite harsh, but rules is rules, and I deserved it. I went off track, so all good. But thanks everybody that turned up. Good race.
Alright, thank you so much, Andy, for your time. Yeah, voices are much appreciated.
No problem at all.
Alright, I suppose we'll move on then. Fotis, would you like to say something about your race? Certainly, there's a few ups and downs.
Hi, Michael.
Hi there, Fotis. So, So, what happened there during race 2? You got wrecked, I think.
Yes, I was. We were, if I remember correct, three wide, but I was in front, and the guy behind me came into me, hit me on the back of the car, broke the suspension, and afterwards the car, it was difficult to manage and turn in, and that caused also another accident for me because of that, and I totaled the suspension completely, so I was forced to, because it was undrivable after that, and I was danger on track. I decided to go to pit and fix it to not make any trouble to the other drivers. But actually, I enjoy all the three races, especially the last one. But yeah, all three it was good for me. In the first race, I have some similar situation that caused Sotiris DNF, and I'm really sorry about that. But I was brake to avoid William in front of me because he brake inside the chicane. That it is very surprised to me because I go to the chicane on full throttle in the first chicane, but I think he had a car in front of him. That's why he braked to avoid him. And I also brake hard to avoid William, caused me to lose momentarily control of the car. And Sotiris was taken by surprise of that and hit my back suspension and broke his wheel and caused him a DNF. I'm sorry about that, but yeah.
Yes, but certainly eventful. That third race is a lot better for you.
Yeah, I was start from last and I finished fifth or four, I don't remember. I was 13th place and I managed to climb up very well with no incidents. That was a good race for me.
Yes, so that was very good out of you. That was a very good race. Do you think that it was a lot better than last time in terms of collisions?
Say that it was similar, but actually, if I'm want to be honest, I was waiting to be a lot worse than that. But I think it was for the combination, the current track, I think it was okay. Because if you have a big grid with a lot of drivers with almost same pace, something happen in front, the guys behind have almost no time to react. So it's very difficult. Track also is very narrow, and it's very difficult to avoid obstacle, to avoid accidents, because the track have also some obstacles left and right, concrete, that doesn't allow you to go off track in some cases. I think it was okay.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Photos.
You're welcome, Michael.
All right, thank you for your time. I'll move on to the next person. So, Hiri, would you like to have a commentator interview?
Well, well, no comment for the collision in the hairpin. No comment, literally.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. You're waiting for your lawyer to show up. You're not gonna say anything. Uh,
Well, that was stupid mistake from Melior or what's his name. Literally, it ruined my race, ruined my suspension.
like he was a bit of a weapon, honestly. I think I know who you were talking about. He was an absolute weapon. Like he was crashing into everyone there.
And race 2, I was very lucky to not get destroyed with Ferrari. I was very lucky because the missile in race 2, I think it was lap 1 or either in the race at least.
Yeah, like if you do find out who that was, then do submit a steward report. We'll be happy to help you there. But yeah, during that second, no, I believe in the
And-
second race you got a podium.
Yeah, I got the podium. Well, it was the greatest race overall, the stop. Even I didn't have pace here like on other tracks. It was greatest race overall. In this championship, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Because I got most points here, 28. My previous record was in Sepang 25, and I got 15 on my. I don't know exactly point how many I got, but I remember I didn't got many points with Ferrari. Well, I checked that how many points I got before, because I'm not sure exactly how many points I got. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, 24 in Sepang and 15 on race 1 raceway. 49 in total. And now it's 28, so better than on Sepang.
Yeah, of course. So, is there anything else you'd like to say to the crowd at home, or do you think you'll be able to?
Well, and I had collision with Andy because he did, with a mistake, I tried to overtake him, but I collided with him and almost spun. If I didn't press brake, I will be in Spain and lose even more places.
All right. Like as I said, if you well, please do get in touch with us at the do get in touch with the stewards.
By the way,
They'll
that was in race 1, but that was my mistake because I was a little bit too much optimistic about it. But the collision with Andy was in race 1, where I almost spun. I don't know if you could see it on your monitor. And everyone else.
Yeah. We'll have a look into it later. Thank you so much for your time, Yuri.
Yeah. So, goodbye.
Alright, thank you for your time. See you later.
See you later.
And finally, boys, we have the ultra rare Satiris Murdaitis.
Hello.
Hey there, Satiris. So one thing I must congratulate you on. That was a very, very good last-minute pass on Dave Ziska there in Heat 3.
Oh, no, don't give credit. He let me by.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Okay.
we actually talked it out now in the chat. He let me by due to some teamwork, even though I didn't deserve the points. The
Right.
point for the P5, but yeah, it was a very kind move by my teammate.
Teammates, I didn't realize that you guys were forming teams out here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is there any other pairs I need to know about for the next race? Because that could...
No, me and Ziska only.
Alright. What do you guys call it?
We're just a small IY team. Just for the showcase, for the show off.
Alright, so I'll be quoting you as the small IY team from now on, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
Oh, God damn it.
Alright, moving on. So how's your experience with the Rammers?
Pretty annoying, but nothing I could do about it.
Do you reckon it's better than Sepang or not Sepang? Whatever the last round was, that was absolutely carnage.
Yeah, it was an absolute chaos. I do not think this race could have gone any better. There was a lot of chaos for sure. But
Yeah,
yeah,
as usual.
okay. Things happen. We move on, we get better, and most definitely we do not say things about others. Forgive and forget.
Yeah, certainly, but yeah, I definitely do have reserves myself about Vicari. He was certified heat-seeking missile moment going into the hairpin.
Yeah.
I'll have to admit that for you, but like I got a kick out of it.
Okay. I mean, I actually saw him. I do not remember which race was it. Some car. I think it was a red car, but not Vicari.
But Moreno,
Someone on the front pack. Oh, on the race 3.
like
There was
Moreno
this
was
guy
starting pole.
who, yeah, who spun, let everybody by, and either he didn't see me or something else. Okay, and he just rejoined a bit unsafely, but nothing too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course
yes,
there's-
I got a DNF also, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, for like you put it best, forgive and forget. That's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chart that I read was like, is there a problem? Yes. Can you do anything to fix it? No. Then why worry? That's that.
Alright.
But
Anyway,
yes, it was a very fun round. I hope the viewers also enjoyed that one. And
yeah,
that's that from me. Good night.
Alright, thank you, Satiris. So I believe that is everyone. So I'll just give my a small bit of an account, a personal account of how I think the race went. So, of course, compared to the last round, if you guys remembered, then that was this was very clean in comparison to that. Of course, it wasn't totally accident-free. There was certainly a few questionable moments, but it was certainly a lot. It was certainly entertaining, if not anything else. So I can't be the only one that thinks that. So if you think you really enjoyed the 3 heats you saw today, maybe you joined the stream late, but it's cost a little bit of the second heat, maybe the third. That's alright by me. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. It really supports us. It really means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching. And you should stay tuned. You should subscribe and hit the bell because later on this week we've got Super GT and even later on we have an endurance round at Silverstone. Silverstone, British Grand Prix circuit, yeah? For 1.5 hours, yeah? So that's going to be very good fun. So do not hesitate to join us for that. So thank you guys for anyone who made it this far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll